right, hello everyone, and welcome back to Galactic Reviews. This week we watched the movie Cocaine Bear, and I'll just say right out of the gate, um, probably the most off the wall movie I've seen in a while, but I love it all the same. 100% it's like B a B movie worthy, but with the production of an A of a standard movie. Blows my mind. I don't know what to say besides you get the whole premise of the movie by the title of the movie.
So there was a TikTok that I saw that was like everything you need to know before you go see Cocaine Bears. Nothing. Literally nothing. There's not a comic from the 1970s that you have to read. He was an good Cocaine Bear was an introduced in Eternals. You know what cocaine is? You know what a bear is. You can go see the movie. That was probably
Unless you want to be one of those obscure people that just reads like the newspaper clipping from 19 whatever.
Look, what I do on my time is my own business.
No, no, that's fair. That's fair. I've already read the newspaper clipping, so it's okay.
Okay. I didn't know you're that
Uh,
old.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I get told I'm young for my look younger for my age, so
I
all the
know.
time.
Yeah,
So
not
it's
not bad
it's
for
not
35,
uncommon.
I gotta say.
Yeah, yeah.
One looks
Yeah, I
30.
look great. Yeah, no, pretty much the whole premise of the movie is just wrapped up in the title. It is, yeah, pretty much, yeah, it's just a bear, cocaine, and a lot of guns, and more cocaine.
It's the shenanigan of a bear on
the
drugs.
only
That's
thing I
really all
wish
it
the
is.
movie had was more cocaine.
I can
For
actually somewhat agree with that.
Like, give me like a little baggie under my seat when I go see it in the theaters.
I figured it
Really
was for
immerse
you.
me.
Figured that's why
I
you
think
wanted it.
one of my favorite lines, it's a cocaine Christmas.
Cocaine what?
Cocaine Christmas?
Yeah, when the guy on the gazebo is like
Yes, yes,
spreading
yes,
it
yes,
around.
yes. I didn't hear what came after you said cocaine.
No, that's fair. I understand you got a one-track mind, but that's okay. No? Okay. Uh,
Pretty much.
all in all, I'm gonna rate this on two different ratings. My personal enjoyment and what I think the movie is rated at for like visuals and everything. My personal enjoyment, it's a 10 out of 10. I would watch this movie again. 100%. Um for what I feel like it could be, um I would have to say probably like a 7 out of 10 for production and everything. But my personal enjoyment, 10 out of 10, I would watch this again.
Yeah, enjoyment's pretty high. I think the quality is just as high. Like the CGI bear, looked pretty good, pretty convincing, pretty good. It's not a bland story. I like how it has multiple sides and angles all revolving around this bear on high on coke with the thugs and the mom and the kids and the park ranger and then the officer searching the thugs. I think it's all fun angles. Um, Semi predictable, but not in a way that makes it boring. You just scenes happen, you're like, oh, they're gonna die. Oh, this is gonna be fun to watch. Um, I like that the gore wasn't too over the top. It was gory enough to make it like R and still make it like silly and not be realistic enough where you're like traumatized. Um, so it's over the top enough to be, I guess, fictitious and kind of comedic, but not so much where it was like, okay, that's too much. But man, that scene where that lady got dropped out of the ambulance. Oh, that one rubbed me the
Yeah,
wrong way.
no, I could feel that. I felt that one.
Ha ha ha. Rub you. Okay.
I
Exactly.
think I think one of my
I'm
favorite
gonna
things,
leave.
one of my favorite things at the end of the movie, where they walk up on on her lying in the middle of the road, and they're like, nope, just ignore it and keep on walking. I want to look at it. Nope, don't look at it. You're right. It'll give me nightmares. I have to go to therapy. Mason, what did you think?
So, like you, Zach, I thought it was a B movie. but it's a decent B movie. So
Probably one of the best ones.
yeah. Now, much like some of what Andrew has said, there was some like it was you could tell like it wasn't like the greatest thing ever, but there were moments where you'd laugh at random. Like you knew what was gonna happen. It wasn't gonna throw you for a loop in anything. You knew for the most part. I can't think of any part I can't that I didn't know what was gonna happen except when maybe the mob boss just comes out of nowhere in the middle of the woods. So, but other than that, like everything happened relatively organically and you knew what was going to happen, but it was still enjoyable.
Well, the next other thing I would say, um, how that cop shot off those two fingers.
Yeah.
I think in my book, he just curved the bullet. He's actually Magneto.
That big old cop was Magneto.
I mean, how else do you shoot off two fingers that aren't next to each other?
I would think that was just for comedic relief. It wasn't really for
I mean,
anything
it was.
practical.
It was. No, 100%. It was.
Maybe in the middle of it, he
Did you
tried doing
see?
a gang sign and then all of a sudden these two got cut off. You never know.
Ah, did you see the final scene with when they got home and brought the dog to the kid?
No.
You didn't see the two after credit or mid credit scenes?
I saw the first one. I didn't see the second one. I didn't know there was a second one.
There was a
Yeah,
second one.
they took the dog, went back to the guy's kid, gave the kid the dog, and they're like, "What is the dog eating?" Realize it's the two fingers.
At this point, they had waited too long to put him back, I would think.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's exactly the
yeah,
joke they
that's
said.
exactly what he said. He said, "Well, they weren't going to put him back on anyways."
That's good. I thought exactly like the movie. That's scary. Anyway,
Yeah,
I did like those two, the drug dealer and the drug dealer mob boss son. I thought those two were my favorite characters. I could care less about the mom and the kids, except maybe
no,
I
my
cared a little
favorite
bit
was
about the kids.
the boy, the
Yeah,
boy, the young
him I did
that he
like,
was
but
my favorite.
I did like him, but I like the two mob guys better, in my opinion.
I get it, I get it.
Uh,
What about the teenager, the
oh,
druggie?
he could have. I wish he died. I wish he died, and I wish
No,
the female cop died.
no. Well, I
That'd have
mean
been
maybe,
fun.
but no.
I would have liked to have seen
I
that.
remember my mom raised me. She got me a lizard. I loved that lizard. I'm like,
It's like we found Zach in a movie. That's kind of where I was at on that one. It's like, wow, Zach's in a movie. Good for him.
it took a lot of acting. I had to bleach my hair. It was a lot. It was work. So much.
I know. I could tell.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of hugging. You're not used to doing that.
Mm-mm. But
Anyway,
yeah, no.
so
It was a very good movie for comedic relief. Um, and sadly, even still, probably one of the better movies I've seen recently.
yeah, that's probably true. I would put
Def
it. I would probably put it on the same par with Plane, in my opinion. Just it's got. I would think it's roughly about the same quality, but it's just there for enjoyment. It's not trying to teach
yeah,
you a
it's not
message.
as
Trying not.
serious of
You
a
don't have to
movie.
go.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not serious as a movie. It's not trying to change your life by watching this movie. It's just, hey, something enjoyable. Here you go. And that's basically what this
Agreed.
was. So I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's one of those things where it's just it's not a movie I'm wanting to go back and watch, but it's one where I wouldn't mind watching it again.
Still, my enjoyment is through the roof.
Oh no, yeah, it was enjoyable. Like, don't get me wrong.
If you haven't seen the movie, 100% go watch the movie.
If it's still in
Um,
theaters.
if it's still in theaters.
All right, this is it for this week's episode of Galactic Reviews. Join us next time when we'll be watching Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mania.
Yay! I mean,
Everybody
yeah,
is
that's the
so
best
ecstatic.
enthusiasm I can give it.
Yeah.
I love you, Paul Rudd. I'm so sorry for the things you're about to say to your movie.
That's a fair point.
It's all good. He got paid. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you next time on Galactic Reviews.